Hi, a very good evening to all of you. So today with us, we have Shreya Agarwal, who has secured All India Rank 9 in IIT JAM Economics 2024. Welcome, Shreya.
Good evening, sir. First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to be part of this discussion so that I can share my IIT JAM journey with all the other students who are also aiming to give IIT JAM the next year.
Great, great. Thank you so much, Shreya, for your time. Honestly, because abhi all the entrances are not over, right?
Yeah,
And all
right.
my students are still occupied, and that's why it means a lot for my students to take out time and share their experience for their colleagues as well, and of course the coming students as well. Thank you, Shreya. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. I'm more than happy to share my experiences and my preparation strategies.
Okay, great. So, Shreya, first of all, I'll just start with the latest feeling you have once you saw your result. I know a day before that, when you saw your marks,
Yeah.
you were amazed, and you were so down to earth, so generous in terms of appreciating the efforts and the guidance. And just take us through the that moment, the when you saw your marks, even before the ranks the next day.
Yeah. So, first of all, when the answer keys were published after 1 or 2 weeks of the IIT JAM exam, so I was like just checking which of my questions were correct and checking my accuracy and all. So at that time, I got average that I will get around 50 to 60, but I was not that sure because the answer keys are modified at the end. So when the final marks were out, so I was so surprised that I got 60 out of 100. Like all the pain and effort that I have gone from the last June, like I was seeing it coming in reality in front of my face. Like I was so surprised and so happy. And all this credit goes to my parents and all my friends and all the people who supported me throughout and they stood by me through whatever ups and downs I had gone through the last year and up to point two. And sir, you have always guided me. I remember once telling you that I want to give up and not continue my coaching in
Right.
the like 1 to 2 months after the coaching has started.
Right.
But you guided me that I should not give up my hope and should keep on preparing because all the other students are facing the same thing and we are
Exactly.
all going through the same feelings. Like how do we manage so many things at one time? It is like a very tough
Absolutely.
thing to do, but I saw that all these things have come true today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the point that you highlighted that all the students are in the same boat. Many students face this issue, honestly speaking,
Mm-hmm.
because आप सबके semester exams हैं, there are other
Right,
obligations,
right.
and the moment the syllabus gets tougher, students
Hmm.
have that feeling कि यार how will I manage it? मुझे कॉलेज भी जाना है, इंटरनल भी देने हैं, हैव टू
Yeah.
कम बैक अटेंड द लाइव क्लास एज वेल, फिर वीकली टेस्ट, सारी चीजें हैं. सो टू लाइक द सेम आंसर, ऑनेस्टली I give the exact same answer to all the students who kind of feel a bit less of confidence in themselves at any stage. And it's a human tendency to go through that. Okay,
Hmm.
there is no harm in accepting that,
Hmm.
but the joy that is right there on your face right now,
Hmm.
that is something one should look up to. Ki haan, once I have put in my effort, I'll definitely get through it and I will achieve my
Hmm.
goals.
Right,
Right.
sir.
Correct. So, Shreya, so was IIT the number one priority, or you had a list of sequential order? Ki nahi, I'll prefer, let's say,
Yeah.
ISI or DSE or something like that.
Hmm. So my first preference was ISI because I am from Kolkata and my parents were really looking that if I get in Kolkata, that would be a really great thing. Because I'll be in my hometown.
Absolutely.
So
Okay.
ISI Kolkata was always my first preference. And
Mhm.
then when I started preparing for IIT JAM, because that was the first entrance that we give.
Ah,
So I was also looking forward in admission in IIT Kanpur because that's a very vibrant place to be in. And the students there get a lot of exposures, not just in academics, but many other things other than academics.
Absolutely.
And I've also seen many famous personalities going there and giving speeches. And like they're also very inclined toward Indic teachings, which many universities do not offer. And I have more inclination towards knowing about our culture, our past and history. So I was looking forward to that also.
Great, great.
So these were my priorities.
Okay, yeah. So we did discuss about IIT Kanpur and via against IIT Delhi. Which one should you go for? So great. ठीक है, that's absolutely fine. And I know the first thing you mentioned that coming from Kolkata, of course, 9 out of 10 students have priority towards ISI without a doubt.
Right.
And that's but obvious as well. And of course, that's India's premier institute for that matter, right? Okay. So Shreya, tell us about your background in terms of bachelor's, your course from where you pursued your bachelor's, and how has been the journey in bachelor's in particular.
So I've been doing MSc in Economics from Lady Brabourne College, and it's under Calcutta University. And right now I'm in my last semester and going to complete my bachelor's in end of July.
Okay, great, great. So tell me, Shreya, this question I put forward to all the students because of the fact that we need to understand how much of a difference the course curriculum made in terms of the preparation. So what you learned throughout your bachelor's, of course, that's a different thing altogether. But to what an extent our course content, our structure, the 3-level course structure, or the material in for that matter, made a difference or added a value to what you have already done or what you were supposed to do in your bachelor's, but the curriculum wasn't sufficient enough at the college level, maybe.
Yeah. So in graduation, we mainly focus on the theoretical part of the subject. There is application, there is the mathematical concept, but that is very few because the more theoretical questions are asked in university exams. So when I first enrolled in Earth Point, so I got to see that we are more focusing on the mathematical and the application part of the subject that we had not been exposed to in our entire graduation course. So that was a very beneficial thing to my preparation. And yeah, there was the 3-course structure also, the basic, intermediate, and the advanced video. So the people who are not from the economics background, they can also get the idea of what the subject is going to offer us in the future. So, but I had a basic knowledge about economics I had also taken in my school. So I continued with my advanced lectures and they were very helpful, especially the micro lectures. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And all the assignments and all the questions that ma'am gave us and the weekly tests all added to the value that I have seen today in my IIT JAM result.
Great, great. The another element that I usually discuss is pertaining to the mock test papers. Okay. The reason I'm highlighting this point is because at times many students come, they come solely because they have already done their course curriculum. Now they want to test themselves. Okay. Or every year, what we have seen among the students, they say कि sir mock test paper के जो questions है ना वो बहुत tough है. They are of a very high level. मतलब to that an extent कि at times they feel कि यार मेरे number नहीं आ रहे mocks में, how will I do it in my actual exam? Okay, so I know what answer I give to all of you. ठीक है, the answer remains as it is. First, I would like to know what's your take in terms of the degree or the level of questions that you go through during the mocks.
First of all, the most crucial thing before sitting for a competitive exam is to give a lot of mock tests because it prepares our body, our mind to sit in a pressurized environment and to give that certain level of questions in a stipulated time period.
Correct.
Because it happened that the whole year we can solve one particular question, but in that 3 hours, this may happen that the same question and we are not able to get through it. So that is the first thing that we should prepare ourselves for. And second, the level of mock test was very high. Like when I first started giving my mock test for the IIT JAM, I could not score more than 30. And I would always feel like what I am doing. I could not score anything above 30. I would revise and revise, but I could not get through. But I was understanding that the level of mock test was made like this so that we can go through so that we could sit for the entrance exam and could find that comparatively easy. Because when we are doing tougher things, then the less tougher thing seems to be doable.
Right. Absolutely spot on, and that's the entire purpose behind the mocks. क्योंकि आप घर पे बैठे अभी एक mistake afford कर सकते हो, but while you're sitting in the examination hall, you can't even afford a single mistake of even a 1 marker or a 2 marker, right? And that's why ma'am has literally handpicked each and every question of your mocks, चाहे वो IIT का हो या GATE का हो या for the ISI. So yeah, so my answer you have already given to make sure that you are well prepared. And I know कि at times students feel कि यार मेरा score नहीं आया, even though I have done a lot, मेरा score नहीं आया. So but the more you practice, the better it is for you, and you do develop a understanding as you go by mock. Correct?
Yeah, we should not stop giving the mock papers just by feeling disappointed. We should go on giving and giving, see the video solutions and learn from our mistakes. And we should also analyze how much accuracy we are having. Like it's not important that how many number of questions we are giving, we are attempting. The main thing is how many questions we are doing correctly. That will increase our score because 80% to 90% accuracy will define what we are going to get to see in our exam on the exam day. Because number of attempts could be increased in the future, but we should maintain our accuracy. That is the most important thing. Absolutely.
Okay, so one very casual thing. So how's the feeling at home? Because our all India rank is one thing. A single digit all India rank is a different thing altogether. Okay. So how's the feeling in your house or maybe in your neighborhood or maybe amongst your well-knowns? How's the feeling right now?
Yeah, the day my result came, my parents were very happy. They were so proud of me that I could do it. My sister, she's also very happy. And all my friends, I told them that I got all India rank 9. So they were so happy. Like one of my friends was telling that at some point of time, my aim was to get into IIT and I can now see my friend going there. So it's like I am going there.
Absolutely.
And that was such a great thing for me that so many people around me are so rejoiced by my result.
So they are definitely your true friends. If they have that feeling, there can't be a better friend than someone like those. Absolutely. Okay, so I guess Mishti Dohi is pending, and whenever the team comes, we will definitely try to meet you if you are there and available for sure.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, so coming to something in terms of guiding the students and your colleagues. Before that, first of all, let me tell everyone कि even though Shreya has secured AIR rank 9, she's still focused, still committed towards her ISI exam and of course IIT Kanpur ka exam. So that shows the determination she has. Even though seat is secured, honestly speaking, IIT Delhi ka आपका seat secured है. But it gives even more joy to us, and especially when students are still thriving to make sure that they want to achieve their number one goal, which for you is, of course, ISI and subsequently Kanpur. So, yeah, I just want to share this point with others that even though you have achieved your goal, if there is something, a better option you want to go for, it's just that you shouldn't hamper your preparation. You should still be in your fifth gear and keep on preparing for that. So that kudos to Shreya for that. Take care. So, Shreya, in terms of preparation, how would you like to guide the upcoming students? What should your be approach from? You can put it from day one or maybe a couple of months later. Whatever is your take, you can share that.
Okay. So I mainly focused on the advanced lectures that ma'am was giving daily. Okay. So I did all the assignments that were posted right after the topic was completed and the weekly test. And the assignments gave a boost to my application analytical problems and how to apply the economic theories in mathematical problems. They were very helpful. And one thing I want to say that we should put little efforts every day, and rather than putting a lot of effort at the last day. That is more important. We should start from small and but think big. That should not be opposite, that we are doing we are not putting efforts and then we are aspiring to be somewhere that we
True.
are aiming for.
True.
So that is the thing. And the mock tests are very important to give on a when it has started from the month of December, I remember. Yes, so we should first complete the syllabus, do the full revision thoroughly, and then we should sit for the mock paper. Then we are finding if one particular topic we are not comfortable with, we are not able to solve those problems, then we should again go through that topic once again. So that would help us to see what our weak points are and what our strong points are. That would help us on the day of the exam. And moreover, with the preparation, we should also not neglect our health. That is the most should be our first priority. We should always do some recreational activities like read some books, do your hobbies alongside. We should not like just focus on the entrance, because entrance is not the whole life. Life has also other aspects as well, and we should also focus on our own personal growth. And for me, the main thing that kept me doing it was my devotion uh, and my spirituality. Okay, so it gave me inner strength, because when we are spiritually empowered, no force in the world can stop us from going where we want to be.
Right.
So that really helped me. And I would also recommend the students out there to read Bhagavad Gita, because it is the manual of life and it guides us how to live a life in a very systematic way, in a very stress-free, anxiety-free way, and also how to perform our duties without neglecting the surroundings out there.
Great, great. So that was a complete thing, honestly speaking, because अभी जब आप बोल रहे हो, many students will listen to you. ठीक है? I've been
so.
telling I've been telling students this entire thing throughout the year at times whenever they come, and it need not be our student, it can be anyone. Honestly, काफी बच्चे आते हैं, they just pick up the call. I try to explain the same thing, what you just mentioned. But of course, when someone like you speaks, they will definitely listen. They will definitely obey all the instructions, and they will definitely follow. Because as I can see, the students coming up for the next session, they are already eager to start the session. मतलब they are like कि आप बस जल्दी शुरू करो. But I have to tell them कि there are my students who are still there. We have to be with them, and there's still little bit of time before we kickstart our live session for the next batch. Okay. Shreya, overall, just one final thing, if you could just sum up your entire experience with us. It can be anything. It can be academics. It can be professional, unprofessional, maybe guidance, anything, whichever you feel kind of not only helped you, but kind of kept you going throughout the entire journey.
Yes, first of all, I want to say that I've never met such a generous and a humble person like Arzu ma'am. Means in every class she is so humble and she teaches so conceptually and so lovingly that we could not divert our attention from her lecture. And I was the very thing that I joined at the point was because of Arzu ma'am. I saw her videos on YouTube and I was so captivated and was so connected, because connection with the teacher is the most important thing. We can get the content everywhere, the materials, the questions everywhere, but the connection with the teacher is the key that the students are inspired to study every day. That was the thing. And sir, you also supported me in whichever problem I was facing, like in mock tests or any other in life also, like how to manage university also and competitive exam also, that you always guided me. So that was very beneficial. And the one thing I want to say to all the students out there, that we should not see like the competitive exams are everything in life. Okay, so this is like in a war, there are two parties and one fight and the other win and the other lose, but both of them are warriors.
Absolutely.
So we should see ourselves as warriors, as fighters. We should celebrate preparation just as we celebrate selection. The journey of the preparation is as beautiful as the day we are selected.
Right.
So we should enjoy our preparation day. We should not like feel like what everyone else is getting through great colleges or premier institutions. I am doing nothing. I am here sitting at my home and doing lectures and attending those things. But we should keep up our confidence. We should self-motivate us, because the greatest motivation that anyone can give is ourselves.
Correct.
No one else can motivate us. The better we can do ourselves. So that is the thing. And one more thing, that कि जीत की तैयारी भी उतनी जरूरी है और तैयारी ही जीत है.
Amazing, amazing. That defines your mindset and approach, and how positive you are towards every step you take. Honestly speaking, because what I could see ki, whenever there was any suggestion or recommendation, you were there to make sure ki education, learning is one thing, but you have to keep that positive attitude in your mind going forward.
Exactly.
Great. And that speaks volume about any student or any individual, how they approach their life. And that's why I told all the students, in fact, when they pinged me with their marks and ranks, you have done something, you have achieved something. There were around 27 to 2800 students.
Right, exactly. That's the most, that is the so toughest exam we are giving.
Exactly.
Students don't get that determination to give these exams, and we are sitting in that pressurized environment. 2 lakhs to 1 lakh students are giving with us, and in that environment we are giving that 3 hours exam. That is the most volume of thing that we have done in our life.
Very true. Very true. Very true. And of course, talking about Arzu ma'am, everyone who comes in on board, as the first question is ki Arzu ma'am, she's the one who teaches and she takes all the doubts and everything. She's something where every student comes and say ki ma'am hi hongi, wohi padayenge and everything. And many students, even in our CUET exams, post that, because she was available till 3 a.m. in the night, 4 a.m. in the night. She was available with the doubts. So all the students actually indeed appreciated her efforts, acknowledged it. So that again, in your words, kept her and motivated her further to help students and make sure that they go for their target and goals. Amazing.
One more thing, sir, I wanted to add, yes, along with academics, we should also, like, we are studying economics and it's a very practical subject. It's not theoretical at all. So we should always keep in touch with what is happening around the country and around the world, what current things are happening in the economies. Like, I'm a big fan of Sanjeev Sanyal. He's a renowned economist, and he's also a member of the current Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister of India. And he has been my greatest motivation to aspire this subject further in the future. So we should always also listen to these people, what their perspective is to the current economic situation that India is facing today. As we can see that India is emerging as a superpower, as a global power. We have come from the 10th rank to the 5th, and now we are heading towards the third largest economy in the world. So there is a thing about this country, about this civilization, about their people and their past also, that we are studying, all the books that we are studying are of foreign authors, foreign economists, and we are not acknowledging our own economists. Like Chanakya, he was the first economist of the world around 3 BC. Exactly. And all other foreign economists are like just 500 to 700 years ago.
Yeah, you can look at the comparison. Exactly.
Yeah. So, and he has written such a wonderful manual, like Arthashastra. That is, there is nothing above that Arthashastra. Everything from the smallest details to the highest details is entailed in that book. So we should also acknowledge our ancient knowledge system. We should read about them, try to gather knowledge from YouTubes and from internet, because everything is available now in the world of the internet. So we should also keep this mindset that we are not just focusing on the bookish knowledge, but also what is going around in the world and how we could combine our ancient knowledge system with the modern equipments and technologies to produce and become a Vishwaguru.
Very true. And the way you highlighted this entire point now, this is something that ma'am seeks in each and every student. अगर आपको subject में interest नहीं होगा and you're just sitting for giving an entrance and just to pass on, you are not going to succeed. You need to learn the application. आप क्यों पढ़ रहे हो? Your background knowledge is amazing behind the subject and why you like the subject, who all are your inspirations. So that's very important. And honestly, if you ask me, it's not common among students nowadays. ठीक है? That's an honest fact.
Youth nowadays, they are not interested in these things, but yeah, some of them are inclining towards these things gradually, and eventually it will become more prominent in the coming years. We are also again going back to our roots and our civilization and learning from our ancestors who have given so much knowledge and have contributed so much to the world that we could not imagine what they have done for us.
Great. So Shreya, one last question: that what are your plans post masters? If you could just give us an idea about that.
Okay, so like nowadays the work of the analysts and data scientists are becoming very popular and also in demand. So I am thinking of doing that only after I complete masters, and also I am looking forward in working in certain government ministries like the RBI or the finance ministry, because my main purpose is to serve my country with whatever I am studying.
Okay.
Every student should aspire for this, because our country has given us so much, so that now it's our duty to give her back. So whatever field we are doing, whatever study we are doing, so I want to serve my country in whatever way I could from the subject of economics.
Amazing. So yeah, you highlighted the data scientist is the profile to go for, and another option of working at ministries or the government sector. You have Niti Aayog, which come up almost every year. Exactly. Then you have another option which you can look at is the young professional option. The other one is consultant option, which all these ministries open up every year. And
financial advisors also.
Exactly. So you can just look at those. So that's amazing. Crystal clear. Okay, so with this, I would just like to conclude and say once again, many congratulations to you, to your family, the entire circle around you who have been so supportive throughout the journey. And the best part that even they are enjoying that success along with you. So I love that part actually. They are happy for you. They feel as if they have conquered something.
Yeah.
And these are the right people that you need to have around you.
Yes. Exactly.
If you want to achieve anything in life, right? Take care. Many congratulations, Shreya.